Today's collectible spot, we are having a look at the Vannen Watches Rancid Skull Watch. The product of a collaboration between the band Rancid and Vannen Watches. It's a beautiful looking watch. Before we actually even look at the watch inside, let's just actually have a look at the packaging itself. Now, Spot said this is a collaboration between Rancid and Vannen Watches, and Rancid really had a strong design of what they wanted with this watch. In fact, Brandon, the drummer for Rancid, was very, very specific to directing the design of what he wanted to see in this watch, right down to the packaging itself. I like how, for starters, the colors of Rancid are all predominantly featured here. The majority of the box, as well as the watch we will look at, is all black. You've got the red from the Rancid font, and then the white from the skull that we'll be looking at soon. I like also that Rancid runs vertically across the box. It's dynamic. It really brings you in and makes you want to open up this box. It's a matte sleeve, and on the back, you've got the skull logo, Rancid up at the top once again featured, and down below, Vannen Watches. You can go to www.vannenwatches.com. If you're also a big fan of Rancid, you can go to www.rancid.com, and you can follow the band over there as well. Spot's actually going to take a break. I'm going to get this opened up. When we come back, we are going to get a better look at the Vannen Watches Rancid Skull Watch. There's more anyway, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. The Skull Watch does come packed inside a clear acrylic case, which is a common sight for the Vannen Watches. It really allows you, when you're not wearing the watch, to keep it packed away and keep it protected. Vannen Watches actually received a huge list of requests from fans of Rancid, to get a watch of their favorite band made. But ultimately, though, like Spot had mentioned, it was Brandon from Rancid themselves who reached out and contacted Vannen. He actually reached out through a mutual friend and asked Vannen Watches to produce the band watch. Brandon also wanted to keep the watch design very super minimalist and utilize Rancid's 3 core colors, like Spot had already mentioned. So that's why you see there is no real design on the band. With a lot of Vannen watches, especially the ones that I've already reviewed, the artist designs usually tend to have the bands heavily detailed as well, but Rancid wanted to keep it very simplistic. I like that. I like that because you're drawing all your attention to the face of the watch and not so much on the band itself. The 3 core colors, though, are still very predominant, with the majority of the watch being black, and then the band featured on the adjustment on the side here, and then the rest of the design only in the face. The design that you see with the skull also came to us from Brandon. He was the one that really wanted the skull not to be in the center of the watch. I like that. I like that he didn't want, because a lot of times if you had the design right in the middle of the watch, especially something like a skull, I think the design element would be lost. Instead, he wanted the logo larger, and he wanted it to the side. I think it gives a very dynamic look to it, and he really saw that the canvas face, the face of the watch, was very much like a canvas. By keeping it to the side, the composition definitely, I think, works better than having it right in the middle. On the back of the watch, it says Rancid and Vannen 2013, water resistant. A standard size watch. If you've been collecting the other Vannen watches, you'll see that this is a standard sized watch as opposed to the smaller band watch. But I like this. I like this design. Once again, it's very simplistic. There's not a lot going on here, but what you're getting, though, is just more in the watch face. I like the skull. I like that it's larger. It's not cropped to fit the scale of the faceplate. It's larger and it's over to the side. And again, I like that a lot. If you are certainly a fan of Vannen Watches, and more importantly, a fan of Rancid, again, that link that Spot provided you at the beginning of the review, you definitely would want to check that out. Head over, once again, to machetemfg.com, and you can order this watch yourself. Once again, very limited numbers, and as soon as these guys sell out, they're not going to be available anymore. Today's collectible spot, we're having a look at the Rancid Skull watch. Beautiful looking watch. Thanks for watching as you always do, guys. Certainly stay tuned. Spot's going to have more collectible spots heading your way. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.